Okay. This is where we want to go. The transit corridor to the south, to the north, to the train. It's funny that we start on the train. Because I thought we were on the other side, right? This is to the turntable, to the where the tables turn.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. There's a control panel nearby.
Control table nearby. We're on the wrong mode. You know, you're on my side, Professor X. Ha! You suck. I guess there's only one Professor X. I wanted to go to that one, right? I'm going to assume Cruncho. Control room. But it's locked. Bridge alignment required to proceed. Okay, so I need to change the bridge alignment to get in there. Maybe... bridge operator. Okay, watch out for the Cruncho. Venting system. Sus. Let's not get eaten by the Cruncho. Okay, not the vent. But this has got to lead to the place. Okay, there's spores here. Ah, this was just the other side of the room. So that's just the way back out afterwards. Ah, guess who's just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. You know what was inside each one? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. Individual boxes of teeth, eh?
Rotate these tracks.
Probably the button.
Control panel nearby.
Maybe I've
Rotate. Something's blocking it.
already pushed the button. I'm guessing the big old mold spores. Yep. Hi, Cruncho. Don't mind me. I saw these earlier.
Something's blocking.
That's an easy way to get rid of them. 2 for 1. 2 for the price of 1. Was there something in this containment chamber that I could have got beforehand? Yeah, the Cruncho seems fine. He's all good. Okay, continue forwards. Down. Just gotta look for secrets. Box. Not an actual box though. Okay, alarms are going off. The ordinary AWE. Guess we're gonna descend into ordinary. Maybe we're gonna need to realign the projector to point to something else. What's item down here? Okay. Well, they've locked us in with some sort of spectre demon. We've already killed the tourists at its hardest level, so, you know, this guy can't get me. I think the wall literally ate a lot of my health there. Yeah, I'm well adept to your tactics. You might have got me a bit, but not good enough. Not good enough. You know, close. He did take a lot of our health. Secret box. Shield boost. It definitely seems darker today. I don't know what it is. I saw some lore back there as well. Shifting walls, eh? That wall definitely suggests that's the way in. It's just another box. Okay. Okay, there are literal secret walls to smash. I wonder how many of them we've missed. Huh? Literal secret walls. Right, get rid of all of these level 3, like even get rid of the level 4. Projectile speeds. I bet we've missed a lot of secret walls like that. Ammo cost per shot, headshot damage, like that's actually not terrible. Damage while aiming, I mean we've just got damage, which is just purely better. Ammo recovery on evade energy costs. Energy gained from taking lawn damage, shield strength, launch energy costs. Okay. There's got to be more walls that we've missed that we can crack. But who's got time to sit and smack every single wall with something? There's literally, obviously, secret walls that we've missed. And who has the time to throw a thing at every single wall? Who's got time for that? Okay, there's some sort of stealth helicopter plane. Interesting looking. Boxes that we can't open. Oh, that. Thank you. We're not smashing a hole in the wall. We are plugging stuff in and then... This plane thing looks a bit broken. It's just plain broken. Okay, no broadcasting. There's clearly enemies. Clearly going to be enemies in here. And Tropic Echo. That's not even a high level one, is it? An elevator. On an elevator. Okay. I mean... Thieves Accelerator and Tropic Echo. Not the thing. She seems to favour the explosives rather than the batteries. I mean, clearly we need to go up the elevator, but... Okay, the elevator wasn't, I guess, open until we powered that up. Because now it's actually open. We probably could have clicked in and it went down. It's out of power. Probably. And there's a boss. And the boss was nothing. And there's a big old... We are so much more powerful than anything else in the game right now. Yeah, you just sat there and wait for me to run out of power so that you can come in, huh? He was a little too smart. He's like, you've used up all of your power on the other guys. Now's my opportunity to come do some damage to you. What's with these smarties? What is with these very, very, very smarties? A big light area. The airplane in question has been bought in from a private airfield located in the town of Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the ordinary AWE. See case file ordinary for details. It is being elevated for altered status. The plane is currently being installed in the transit corridor in the containment sector. Bought here through the New York subway tunnel. Special access required. For more information on tunnel access and links to urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and the ethereal, see file, blah blah blah. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for extraordinary capabilities, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, though no altered state has yet been detected. It is clearly going to fly us somewhere. Through not flying at all. To ordinary, probably, right? Where the projector is. Very, very, very bright light over here. Ordinary, AWE. Hi. We're just chilling on your break, I know. I'm sorry. The first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on a shelf. There were lots of dolls. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played in there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Likely Neil Hossenberg, missing. It was mean. He had arrhythmia. Tom, likely Tom Barlow, missing. And his gang, Freddie, likely Freddie Bartwell, missing. Hugo, no one by this name was found in public record. Buried him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. And confirmed existence of additional slide designation house. Want to check that my mic is actually working? Good, good. Because, you know, too many times that things have gone wrong that I worry. Too many times that I am blabbing away expecting things to be recorded and walk through metal detector. No, I refuse. You're telling me that I need to actually walk through the metal detector? No. Okay. And there's a button. Now I hear monsters in there. Waiting for me. Just impact damage, not a secret.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows.
Shining a light in the shadows. This is music.
Here's our first caller. Hi. What I'm about to tell you, they found out. I don't know what who found out. The men in the suits.
Men in Black.
But this is something else. Something nobody talks about. Ordinary. This certainly doesn't sound very ordinary, caller. No, not ordinary. Ordinary. It's a town. And it wasn't an industrial accident. I mean, that's what they said. That's bullshit.
Whoa, please watch the language. It may be 2 a.m., but we're still a family show.
I'm sorry. It's just... my brother was there. They said the town was destroyed, but it wasn't. Nothing. The people are gone, but the town's there. It's still there.
So the population of an entire town disappears, yet the town remains. Was the phrase, "there is no salvation," written anywhere?
I'm not sure.
No salvation.
Thing happened in Brazil in 23, a village called Fort Verde. More than 600 people just up.
Okay.
The government said they were fleeing guerrilla forces, but we know the truth. A mass abduction. As predicted by my regular guest, Dr. Quincy.
Alien abduction, eh?
You mean aliens?
No.
That's bullshit! I know they're lying!
Now I warned you about the language, caller. I'm afraid we're gonna have to cut you off. Good timing too. It's time for a short break.
He just said, I know you're lying. He didn't have bad language there. Okay, there's also a thing that's literally going to start on this slide projector, so... That's why I was waiting that out. An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power. The slide projector, discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected image is a doorway to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, and Jesse Faden were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. Okay, presentation for things. A team led by Dr. Trench and Dr. Darling arrived on the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questions. The interviews about the Prime Candidate program for details. Okay. More paranatural topics.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world in the form of altered world events.
Yes, we figured these
forces
out.
gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it.
Already uses you.
Archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power, with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct?
Why does it have to be evil? Who said it was evil?
We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions. Or die trying.
You've recorded that several times. Yeah. America overnight.
There is a curious correlation.
Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There was a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector. We ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us, but then Neil showed up. Neil looks like a dog. Like a melted dog, but I knew that it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to the hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris. It's because she was doing stars at school. Additional slide designation hand is verified and in Bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designation dog Neil. Okay, so Neil became a melted dog. But he liked it, because he didn't like being a human.
Forces intruding upon our world in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun.
How's this still working?
Supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. This is a map of sorts. We hold the key. We don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life.
You coming with me?
Popular culture, urban legends.
You want to live?
We are observing and influencing a complicated system in action.
Complicated system of... Oh, the projector's gone out. Well, that was easier dealt with. Thought I might want to capture one of those guys, but nope.
Annual
More tapes.
evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn.
After what happened at school to Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Cave Hill as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing. Like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something very dark. The Not Mother lived there with her baby children. I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. And confirmed of additional slide designation temple. Unconfirmed of other paranatural entity designation the Not Mother.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr.
Okay, so there's yet another
Requested
master
tasks
entity out
will
there.
correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan?
And each slide takes you to a different
Single word
master
to
entity's
describe the
world.
around you.
Where's Casper?
How many were there? 12
Dr.
slides?
Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but
Yet.
I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
Why does she sound like an AI?
A cold, empty prison.
That's because they kidnapped him and put him in a prison.
Poster on the wall.
Mm-hmm. What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
18.
21.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is breathing, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered?
They have answers, but you can give them stupid ones. Or, you know, next in the sequence after the next in the sequence.
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend.
Describe a dog, eh?
Neil.
Oh,
When it all went
Neil's
crazy,
dog.
You know what happened. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
Am I gonna have to hunt weird dog things?
Off, I don't know. There is no calendar. How can I fucking know?
Dylan?
True.
calm
If they're
down.
keeping him in a room, how could he know the day and the dates?
Hey, are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
He's problematic, huh?
Last here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready?
Okay, the house? Right.
In a single
It's being
word,
projected.
describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Okay, astral constructs. Right, we've got all of the weapon forms, but we can make an upgrade. I guess I'll upgrade my... We've actually got a lot of stuff for the charge thing now. Okay, final slots on the charge. Mods. If we had shifting fragments, I can make more upgrades. Remote thoughts, corrupted samples. I mean, am I doing it just because we can do it? Sure. Just because we can do it.
He's never out.
Okay, give me projectile speeds. Projectile speed, damage after kills. I think damage after kills sounds the best. It's interesting. They haven't replaced these ones with us as the new director. The pictures in this area haven't caught on yet. They haven't adapted to us being the director yet. This area refuses to get with the times. And who's this guy? The second slide be called the Meadow, but it was really just an empty slot. An empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was peaceful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. It must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting. And then, when we'd come out, everything has melted around the projector. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd been coming there for more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil. Found the projector. He and his goons took it. We thought Neil had got lost inside the meadow, but when Tom changed the slides, but that's not what happens. And confirmed with additional slide designation the meadow. Okay. So you thought Neil had been lost inside the slides because he was melted, but that's not what happened, is it? That is not what happened. Okay. Let me in.
See what they have on ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
I mean, that place being marked makes it special, makes it an AWE. Well, not an AWE, but an altered item, right? Because they've put energy into it. They've given it meaning. Therefore it has meaning. Therefore it is special. Tom and the others have gone worse. Scarier. The math teacher, Mrs. Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs, then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Miss Chester. I always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was Lord of the Flies level bad. Grown-ups realised something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the not mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I don't know. No, you weren't, because it was the Tom that said the not mother would get them, not you. Disappearance of the majority of Ordinary's population confirmed the results of the slide projector AWE. But it's also because the not mother came out and got them. Isn't it? Well, this is perfect, isn't it? You know, when everything's seeming extra dark, we get the darkest rooms that we could possibly have. Because rooms that weren't this dark. You don't like me exploring, huh? Keep that. No, keep that. I don't want it. I'll take you on my side, though. If you insist.
We found the slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Is that where they keep it? What inside? Yeah. It didn't comment on the little House of Doom. Hi, little house.
They say when you visit your childhood home, everything feels small. Like a miniature, not real. They got that right.
Hi, little house. Anything else worth destroying? In that, they gave too much power to. They were highlighting it. It was probably our home, but it needed to go. Okay, so they only started attacking because I was coming in this direction. And I could have perhaps gone on without them, but, you know, I wanted to finish exploring, including looking at and blowing up the red house.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I
Completion of the requisites and nomination.
found a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane. What? I don't know matter. It suits you very well. The poem,
The poem, eh?
how you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself? I didn't.
How could we have wrote it?
You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this. I feel
Empty.
an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way. Your brother and your parents are dead.
No,
The brother isn't dead though, is he?
Dylan's not dead, and that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris, she's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, she showed me things.
Jesse,
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Oregon.
the industrial accident in town that you believe Polaris caused.
No.
Okay, so Dylan blamed himself, she blamed Polaris.
Industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse,
No.
Okay, she didn't
It was a
believe that.
cover-up. The
They
government
just said
knows
that.
about it. There are agents there. Agents in... I don't know exactly. They took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important.
Specific time.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
Did she escape in her mind? Is this all in her mind? Is that what's gonna happen? This has all been in her imagination? That's a very weird thing. It's not a clock. Very specific time, eh? Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. The interviews Dylan and Jesse for relevant information, and obtained therapy sessions with Jesse Faden, as well as the circumstantial evidence found at the ordinary sites. Note that attempts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. For example, Dylan claims there were 8 slides subjected, Jesse mentioned 9. Jason mentioned 12. The Bureau found 1 intact slide and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse Faden is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered the Bureau that the entirety of the ordinary town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis. with the hopes of adding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, the AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. So there were at least 9 universes. Interesting. We know the moles one. We know there's the Tiss. There's the dog one with the not mother. There's owl one. There's the meadow. And then there's the janitor's one as well. So there's several. There's also probably the former's one. Who knows what other dimensions we need to go to? What other entities have their leaders? Maybe each of the kids at the site had their own influential controller. You know, they all went to their own universities and they all were influenced by others. Because Neil had one. Okay, they bought the entire trash site, not just the slide projector. Or does the slide projector bring trash around it?
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
Because Tom's is the not mother, and Neil's is the meadow. By the order of Dr. Darling, all work of the ordinary dump to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the containment department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, type using slide projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. Okay, did they find an extra one? That's what he's nuking himself with. Right. So we need to get the slide off of him before he nukes himself with it. Because we need to go there and kill the entity within it. I imagine. The item is found in the penthouse suite at Trump Towers, Toronto. Belonging to David Wolf, who was being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found a number of paranatural belongings, including the globe, the rubber duck, and this item. Mr. Wolf was arrested. Obviously, it wouldn't have been the globe and the globe, but, you know, he had the rubber duck, he had the fridge. It wasn't the fridge, but... the flamingo, that's the one. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That was the question that kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nutjob radio show in the States claims he disappearance to join the Illuminati. But it's this reporter's appearance that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. The Wolf of Wall Street. I see. Except he wasn't Wall Street, he was Toronto. The Wolf of Toronto. I'm not allowed out of bounds. That's the highest ceiling point it will allow me. There's something up there. There's an escape. Plausibility. No items over there. You can scream all you want. I'll be down there eventually. I'm just looting first. So great. I dislike these orbs. Wow. Did you... Okay. Bubble blow. I think he dodged all that damage, even though they were all shot on him. He refused to absorb the damage he should have taken from those explosions. Cheeky bubble. Okay, they're all coming from the machine over there. And they're just guarding it. Sofa. Any other nice loot hiding over here? Any secret doors? Okay, don't explode on me. That's very rude. Level 4s are nothing compared to what we've been dealing with. Really? Is he dead? Did he live? I see all the explodos over there still. There's some crunched up tubes. That spawned in a new wave. Level 4s are nothing when you've been taken on level 9s. Also, you're supposed to be able to dodge that. But you're not as good as me. Stop screaming. Oh, hi, Professor Xavier.
We should check that lab.
We should. We should also loot everything. Also probably push this big button. It's probably out there. I would imagine. Considering there's somewhere else to progress. Jukebox tokens. Okay. Level 2, level 1. Disgusting. Don't give me any of this stuff ever again. I'd like to turn off and limit the loot that it auto-collects, you know? We're at a high enough stage that we should be able to prevent the loot. Tumble dryer. Computer.